And new this morning, a tow truck driver is now facing charges after police say he ended up stealing the car that he was supposed to be towing to a lot. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley is at the CJC. This is a strange case. I don't think I've ever heard of anything like this, and this shouldn't be terribly hard for the police to track this down.
Right, Steve, I don't think I've ever heard anything like this as well. And to add to this, the tow truck driver is accused of really doing more to hide the car than we've ever heard of before. So what happened is, this happened earlier this month. The driver on the side of the interstate called the tow truck company after his car stalled out on the side of the interstate. The driver told him he would tow it to a repair shop, get it fixed, and he wouldn't have to worry about it. But it turns out the driver is John Waldron Jr. He took the car to Snyder Automotive, right there, the video you're looking at there. He works for Lightning Towing. So when the victim called Snyder's Automotive the next day to figure out just how much the damage was and how much it's going to cost, the folks there said, hey, we don't have your car. Obviously dumbfounded, the victim then called the towing company to figure out what's going on. The tow truck company says, well, we tracked the GPS and the tow truck did go to that repair shop, but we just don't know where your car is. So the victim took matters into his own hands, started driving around, and turns out he found his Volvo SUV in a garage in a neighborhood. Turns out it's the tow truck driver's mother's home. So when the victim called police, they looked at the VIN numbers because obviously that's the best way to try to figure out if this is in fact the victim's car. The VIN numbers didn't work, and police are saying it appears that the tow truck driver scratched off the VIN numbers, added new ones there so they couldn't track the car. Turns out, Steve, they actually had to look at the engine number on the Volvo, and that's when they were finally able to figure out this was in fact the victim's car. They immediately arrested the tow truck driver, and he is in jail this morning still here on a theft of property charge. So definitely quite a bizarre story. Really could happen to any of us as we're on the side of the interstate this morning. But again, thankfully though, the tow truck driver is still in jail this morning. Steve, we'll send it back to you.